Outstanding Rural Health Professional, William McKinnon, MD. Dr. William McKinnon continues to be an exemplary example of dedication, commitment, and vision to the Grand Forks community and region, and has been for over 30 years. He is the Medical Director of Regional Operations for All True Health System. Dr. McKinnon is a board-certified family practice physician and has made his career in the emergency department. Under his direction, the one-call system was established within the emergency department, establishing the network and provision of support guidance and clinical care to the region.
Through his work over the years as an emergency physician, he developed many relationships and managed many patients that were sent to us from the region. And his progression as a leader in the rural health sphere as a medical director of regional operations has only furthered his experience as well as his support for rural health care in North Dakota.
The patient-first philosophy in support of regional providers and their community's patients has been a front-center initiative that he has hardwired into All True. As Medical Director of Regional Operations, Dr. McKinnon has coordinated, addressed, developed, and evolved relationships with critical access hospitals and their health systems, integrating and supporting their efforts to provide great regional care.
He understands that it's not about competition when it comes to rural healthcare, and whether you have an affiliation with All True or not, he's going to do his best to make sure that the patients in your area are served as best they can. Whether that means you're using All True for services or not, doesn't really matter to him. He just wants to make sure the patients get the services that they deserve, and usually that does involve All True. And I contact Dr. McKinnon on a weekly basis, and we discuss kind of our strategic plan and where we want to go, and he's always there to help us with that plan. And he's willing to lend us any providers that he has, and it's not just providers and specialists, it's also the electronic health record, it's billing, it's coding, it's really anything that we need to succeed and can do. He's there for us, and I appreciate the fact that I can bounce ideas off of him, and it's been a really great pleasure working with him these past few years.
Through his current position, he serves All True clinics in Devils Lake, Drayton, and Cavalier in North Dakota, and Roseau, Warroad, Crookston, and Thief River Falls in Minnesota. He serves as the Medical Director for ambulance services in various frontier and rural communities.
His really passion has been to make sure that those rural areas are getting all of the medical care that they need to receive.
Dr. McKinnon travels at least 200 miles per week and supervises over 100 rural providers that include physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, and paramedics. Dr. McKinnon is dedicated to making rural health professionals successful through education and training. He has been a great teacher in the emergency room and rarely passed up an opportunity to provide meaningful, on-the-spot education to any staff who were seeking to better understand a concept.
After hearing his background and his experience and his education, but most importantly his passion for the region and for rural hospitals and for the rural communities and how they flow into All True and how it all works together, that's kind of what sold me on really wanting to come out and work alongside of it.
Currently, he stays in touch with rural facilities, working to ensure what services and specialists he can share with the rural clinics. He is respected, trusted, dedicated, and always available when needed to serve rural communities.
I'm fortunate in my role to be able to support in whatever way I can all the rural healthcare providers at every level in the region that I serve. The return on investment for this involvement is immeasurable, and I thank every one of them for allowing me the privilege of knowing and working with them. And I through the grapevine, I also understood that there were some other people I should thank about this award, and that would be Reed Raymond, who's my dyad partner from All True in the region, Mark Wayne, who's our Chief Information Officer at All True Health System, who helps with some of the regional involvement that I have as Medical Director. Also Nicole Nelson, our Administrative Assistant, Marsha Wayne, who was the previous manager of virtual health at All True Health System. And then I also understand that there were some critical access hospital CEOs that were involved in the nomination. So I just want to thank everybody for that. It's an honor, it's a privilege for me to receive this, and I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it.